Was Eden a training center? Most people imagine the Garden of Eden as a paradise, a place where Adam and Eve relaxed beneath fruit trees, with no work, no responsibility, and no worries. But when we read Genesis 2 carefully, a very different picture emerges. The Garden of Eden looks less like a paradise and more like humanity's first training center. 1. Eden was a giant living laboratory. Genesis 2 describes Eden in remarkable detail. First, it contains all kinds of fruit-bearing trees. It resembles a vast botanical garden. Then we read about 4 great rivers flowing through the land, a place rich in water and ideal for cultivation. The text also mentions gold, precious stones, and valuable minerals, almost like a natural resource center. And there are all kinds of wild animals and birds of the air, a living zoological park. Plants, animals, water, and minerals. Almost every major resource needed for human civilization is gathered in one place. 2. Why did God place Adam there? Genesis 2:15 says, "The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it." This verse is easy to overlook, but it reveals the purpose of the garden. Adam was not there on vacation. He was there to work, to learn, to practice. The Hebrew word translated work is abad. It means to serve, to cultivate, or to labor. The word translated take care of is shamar. It means to guard, to preserve, or to keep watch. Adam's task was to study, manage, and protect the garden. 3. What did Adam learn? Genesis 2 tells us that God brought animals to Adam, and Adam gave them names. In the ancient world, naming was not simply assigning labels. It involved understanding, classifying, and managing. In modern terms, Adam was doing something similar to a biologist. He observed animals, distinguished between kinds, and learned their characteristics. The same was true for plants. Which fruits could be eaten? Which soil was suitable for cultivation? How should water be managed? These were lessons he likely learned in the garden. The garden also contained valuable minerals, gold, precious stones, resources that could eventually be used by humanity. 4. The garden was a starting point, not a destination. This raises an important question. If the garden was meant to be humanity's permanent home, why did God command humanity in Genesis 1? Be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it? God's plan was never limited to the garden. His vision was the whole earth. The Garden of Eden was a place of preparation, a place where humanity learned how to live, how to cultivate, how to govern, and how to care for creation. Like a royal academy, a military school, an agricultural research station. The garden was humanity's first training ground. We often think of the Garden of Eden as a lost paradise, but Genesis 2 may be pointing us toward something else. A place of learning, a place of preparation, a place of formation. There, Adam learned about animals and plants, cultivated the land, managed resources, discovered human relationships, and experienced God's way of ruling. Perhaps the real question of Genesis is not, why was Adam expelled from the paradise? But rather, what was Adam meant to learn there? What if the Garden of Eden was never meant to be the paradise? What if it was humanity's first classroom?